you awake. Oi, you ain't dead.
Alright, my interface has been changed. Thankfully. First things first, shut this NPC up.
Can you move? Can you talk? Speak to me.
If what
Follow
the
me.
halfling said was true, no one but you made it to the island alive.
The camp's up here. Follow me.
It may be worth following this rogue. For now.
Glad you didn't have to hear him pratter on.
Here we are.
It's really annoying. I'll explain the current state in town.
Go ahead. Give it a few swings.
Changing the key mapping because I think it Z auto targets in it, whatever I'm highlighting, so examine, alright. There we go. I feel a little better now.
As you take hold of the weapon, feeling its balance.
I was hoping I wasn't going to get that.
This Jinx has no
This is going to come in handy later. By handy, I mean I'm going to pretty much ignore it for the time being.
Selimus is at the grotto. Tell her to keep her knickers on.
When he actually sees Selimus, probably assume rightly that she is not the kind of person who take her knickers off.
This is all from dragon-wrecked ships, like yours.
First, I'm not finding any healing potions.
It's only
Just money.
because the dragons frozen the island. Here we are. Go inside and speak with Selimus. I'll wait here for Jinx.
Alright, there we go. Gonna try to turn the music back on a bit. This is the difficulty I was talking about. This is a normal thing, so... Or this is solo, which only applies to certain quests. It's meant for one character. You can only enter it with one character. It can't be a party. So this is... Like I said, you can't enter if it's a party. Okay, it's not going to show those, but... Bravery bonuses are... I'll explain those when I get to a quest that actually lets me change the difficulty, and these are just, you know, how do you find a party? That's auto LFG, which is going to be useful. But let's go inside.
Is this Selimus, the cleric you were sent to find?
What Kyber are you?
Your mother. What's a Sawagan? You know, I was actually going to not make that joke. That's why I was going to make an artificer, but since I'm playing a paladin, what's a fucking paladin?
First, I shall surround us with a protection spell.
I'm mortal!
Temporarily prevents you from dying, though you can still suffer injuries.
Meaning I can take damage, but I can't die.
A gate.
I've done this enough times I don't actually need to pay attention to her.
I'll
You
remain
hear the
here.
shuffling
Bashani
And
Sawari.
Ow.
some creature coming from the corridor ahead. The corroded lever at the rear of this corridor.
The hit detection isn't exactly perfect, so...
Good
Salimus
job.
is
But
waiting.
no time to dodge.
More damage!
We come to assist you. Onward to glory.
Salimus isn't too honked at me. Thanks for putting in the good word. Don't you worry, Salimus. I'm here to watch your behind now.
The evil
Talbron's the only one I actually like, and that's because he's not a fucking idiot. Literally.
Talbot, cover me with your spells. Jeez, kill charge!
Sort of strange since he's a sorcerer. Maybe he's got a decent wisdom. Hmm.
Be logical to assume.
This gives me a chance to explain the experience. It is not awarded by monster kill. This is one of the few, if only, MMOs I've actually seen that does that. Instead, it's based on quest. Also, as a fun fact, they're level 9. I'm level 1. Just let that sink in about how much trouble they're having fighting CR1 Sahuagin.
Sahuagin wretches, are you...
Yeah, this is the experience page. Start base experience for this quest is 304 experience. Give me a minute. What a fucking 3 on my diplomacy check.
Such as...
Anyway,
Now, let's...
as I was saying, base experience for this quest is 304 experience. Because of the fact this is the first time completing this difficulty, I gain a plus 25% bonus.
See a key down there. Who's up for a swim?
And that increases it to 380 experience. I haven't left, so I get another 10%, which is applied to the original, not the post bonus. Then I haven't died yet, so I get another 10%. And this is the first time I played this today, so I get another 20% on top of that. Those are all added to the base, not the... They're additive, not multiplicative. And since these people are going to complain until I grab the key,
You grab the silver key. Time to swim for the surface.
I knew you'd come in, Andy. This way.
I'm weary. Let's take a moment to rest.
Ha! I still got plenty of stamina. I can go all night long.
that's what she said.
Then, just don't get
I'm
yourself
sorry.
in trouble.
Now you're talking. I'll take
If you're
it.
done resting, go and scout ahead with Jeets.
Do I have to? I do, I just don't like being around them. Traps are fun, especially on Elite. They can kill you instantly. And they usually will. Another benefit about not having all the adventure packs, I don't have to worry about all the really bad trap areas.
You can open the door now.
You two having fun? It's time for us to go.
So yeah, it's basically a horn dog halfling rogue,
The onus for
an all business warforged artificer, and a human cleric zealot.
there she
Thankfully, we won't be seeing Salimus for a long time after this. Talbron and Jeet show up actually fairly quickly after this, but Salimus is gone for a while.
our employer, there's a secret passage around here somewhere leading to Korthos. You boys look for it.
Thankfully, this chest has fixed loot based on class, so there's gonna be nothing really weird in here.
You
Yet.
take care of the important stuff. The treasure.
A shield, a ring with a charge of water breathing, very important, and a shitty breastplate. It's a masterwork breastplate, but it's still shit. You'll more later. Huh, I expect. Okay. And the damage. I actually lose a point of damage because this thing's. It's shit.
My rogue senses are tingling. There's something fishy in this
You
room.
feel a
Try
stiff
searching
draft
around.
from somewhere in this room.
Found the
Perhaps
secret
hidden
passage?
to the
Go on,
village is in
open.
here.
Brilliant. Tidy lasses and pints up the wazoo. Here I come.
Personally, I'd like to stick my longsword up his wazoo, but
Ahead. But first, I want to reward you for your assistance. Please come speak with me.
she's not gonna fuck me. She's just gonna give me a weapon. Which this is where the fun stuff comes. Alright. Okay, this is what I'm gonna grab. So, it's a masterwork longsword with fire touch, which basically is a +1 fire damage. Not all that good. All of these are fire touch. The repeating light crossbow is the only one who actually gains a benefit, but that's because it fires 3 bolts at once. The hand wraps are +1 acid damage, which I'm not a monk, so I'm not going to be using those because I'll be shit with them. And Eternal Wands, which every time you rest, they fully recharge. Which, if they were useful past level 5, that'd be nice. Because that's for the cash level. I mean, that's for a cleric or favorite soul, if they, were idiots and didn't grab one of the weapons. That is 1d3 light damage +1 per caster level. So, at best, it's 1d3 +5. There are modifiers, but that's way too complex for right now. And finger fire is what, 1d4? The same thing, just 1d4. But, yeah. Okay. Now comes the beginning part. This is where the explanations get really long and boring. Once the loading screen finishes, anyway.
Stepping out of the grotto, you find yourself in Korthos village. The Sahuagin have threatened this place for generations. Judging from how it looks now, the Sahuagin
I don't feel the need to do the tutorial because I'm going to explain it on the way, and I already know where to go.
to arrive.
I'm going to be skipping the quest thing for right now because I'm going to show you Spiritbinder Foot. Okay, Spiritbinder. He controls where you resurrect. Not this person particularly, but this kind of person. So now I can resurrect in the bar. But here comes the fun part. In D&D, the paper pencil, leveling up was fairly major, but there was nothing in between it. This, however, changes that by introducing action points. Action points are stuff you use on enhancements, which is a fucking skill tree. They added this only recently. It's interesting when you come back to, say, a level 20 fighter and you gotta all your enhancements that they had gone. Got all your extra points back, and you gotta go through this. But first thing I'm gonna do, Knight of the Chalice, which they get a +1 attack for anything classified as evil, which is most of the stuff you fight in here. And I deal 1d4 more light damage against them. That's just a 1% melee power. I have no idea what the fuck that means. I think it has like a percentage, like if you say on a 1d6, if you roll a 6 plus 4, you know, if you have like enough melee power to get a 10% bonus, you deal 11 damage instead. I honestly have no freaking idea. I need to go to the character menu and check that. But you also get +2 bonus to the saves against stuff produced caused by an evil creature. Yeah. Trust me, this is a lot more complex, a lot faster. Something. I really hate doing this. I suck at talking, I guess, but anyway. Finishing up with that. Okay. First things first. Quest. First things first, get the fuck out of that. They changed the experience a while back, so it requires less. That's the only reason my main character, my main account, was actually able to hit 20 again. More on that later. Probably a lot later. But, first thing, the dice roll. Basically, you get a produce random shit. Ooh, that's nice. First, I got a consumable that gives me 300 experience points. But I also got 2 potions of haste as if they were cast by a level 15 caster. Haste is one of those spells, if you are in a party, you are casting that all the time. It's really useful. Okay, now to get into the difficulty. Normal. I can play it solo or I can play it with a party. At this point, solo's fine, and honestly I don't know how many people are actually playing in this on this side of Korthos. More on that when I actually finish this area. Casual. Lose XP, and you lose a level of loot, which is actually fairly important. Mostly for really useful stuff. Hard, you get more experience, and the level of the chests get increased by 1. So this is level 1 quest, level 1 chests. If I go on hard, they're level 2 chests. If I go on elite, level 3 chests. But everything increases based on difficulty. So enemies get better spells, traps deal more damage, and if you're playing elite, they deal a lot more damage. We're talking, I'd be hit for like 200 points of damage right now. But yeah. We're going on normal because that's the highest I can do, and to be honest, right now it's the only thing I want to do. So let's go kill stuff.
Strange and unsettling echoes that Kaya spoke of, and by the past strange sarcophagi line the. You notice something strange about the wall to the.
See if I can find it. I doubt it.
If you search the wall,
Don't think so. Don't really care.
more.
Okay, yeah, I gotta change that bit.
This bears more investigation. A treasure chest glimmers.
It's got a shitty weapon, I'm not gonna use it.
There's a Sahuagin in here, performing some kind of ritual.
Come, dead son of Korthos, rise and do my bidding.
The Sahuagin were using this vile devourer.
Now optional objectives. They give you more experience, they may give you more chests. It's usually a good idea to do them. There's one quest I was trying to do where it was incredibly bullshit, but that's something I'm not going to cover probably in this entire series. Because I'd get really pissed off if I did.
As you slay these foul cultists, take care to keep your own health up.
Another shitty weapon.
Perhaps the cultists brought it here, but it's your...
When I say shitty, I mean they're basically on a level that longsword I tossed.
There's another Sahuagin. It croaks.
Red wolf hated, and I will serve the light.
These devourer altars. Another crest drops out as you smash the altar. There might still be other altars elsewhere in this crypt.
I'm actually going to show something rather interesting. First off, I don't actually have to be at a trainer to access the enhancement window. I can do it from anywhere. I gotta find it first. I think it's this one. Yeah. Level 2. Paladin cast Raise Dead. That's a level 2 spell. That's a bit... That's interesting. Paladins can become resurrection characters. Resurrection is rather important. Because in the later quests you tend to die a lot. I know, it became a running joke in my guild about how much I died. Though to be fair, playing a kind of badly made fighter, and one of the more common enemies you fight is called a living delayed blast fireball. Death is only the beginning, or in my case, many beginnings. That was actually a quote I put on my character bio, which I can write a character bio. People do that for some reason, I honestly don't care. Each point of weapon power increases damage. By how much? Presumably by one point by 1 point. There's no fucking way I should have had a plus 3 damage on an unarmed attack with just a shield. More optional XP bonuses. Or the XP bonuses in the window. Two of the more common ones are enemies killed and objects broken. Not much else to say about that. If I find this, I'm gonna shit bricks. Okay, I was hoping. It's trapped. And here comes the insane loot. First of all, you might notice the 0% plus 0 bonus. That's a bug. They're going to fix that. That is a +1 sword that increases. It gives repair and rust-based spells an increased chance to hit crit. I'm not proficient in the bastard sword. I'm not going to use it, even though it would give me a better damage bonus. But again, it's not something I use, so no point in using. I'm literally just breaking stuff back here. Okay, now on with currency. Normally D&D went with gold pieces as a standard, because it worked fairly well. That was, you needed to basically get a gold piece a day to have a decent life. This uses platinum pieces as the standard. Versus copper, which I've been finding around 100 of in each object. Silver, which when which is equal to 1 copper piece, 10 copper pieces. Been finding a bunch of those as well. Gold pieces, not really used except in low-level repairs, and platinum pieces, which is what basically everything else is. This is where the currency cap comes in. That's based on level. Chances I'm not going to hit it because I'm not going to find anything worthwhile, and I don't have any other characters to give me gold. So maybe I'll hit it. Who knows? I doubt it. Here comes the fun part. It's rare that I manage to get every single altar killed, or every single Sahuagin killed before the NPC gets resurrected.
The Sahuagin mumbles. For generations, Sahuagin's plan must have been to use these devourer altars to grant when the altar collapses, a third crest appears.
One more. I'm doing good. Doing really good. Dare I hope for perfection? No. This crests were used for this. Here we go.
You fit the last crest in place, and the magic shield dissipates. The Sahuagin inside spits out in a venomous pulse.
These fools who would keep Korthos shall be consumed by the Devourer.
Holy shit, I did it. I managed to save all 4 of them. I think I can count the number of times I've actually managed to do that on one hand. Probably closer to one finger. I don't think I've ever done it, or if I've done it only once.
Your bold actions saved Korthos and brought the Sahuagin's fell scheme to naught. The treasure chest in the antechamber is now...
Okay, this is actually a bit more useful. Okay, you get a plus 1 enhancement bonus to confirm crits and plus 1 damage on crits before the multiplier. So obviously, if it's times 3, then you actually end up dealing plus 3 damage and plus 1, and it gives you a plus 16 insight bonus to positive spell power and a plus 1 implement bonus to universal. Meaning gives you a plus 1 net every spell power, but plus 17 positive. Again, I'm not a spellcaster, so it's not really all that useful to me. I think some of my abilities use positive, I'm not entirely certain. Easy way to get out, hit finish. Takes a few seconds, but trust me, in some of the quests, you really want it. Others, you can't leave without it. And all the quest rewards, which are fixed. I don't understand why this is even a choice. Okay, Emulator Brute. You get a plus 1 Constitution, but you lose you lose 1 in Intelligence and 1 in Wisdom. Not worth it. This gives you plus 1 Concentration and plus 1 Will Save. That's not a choice. One is clearly objectively better than the other.
Korthos needs someone with more than just guts.
Next, I'm going to check the LFG screen, see if there is anybody questing. Nope. The only people questing are in areas I can't get to yet. This is where what I said about platinum pieces comes in handy. Because I sell these too. I just multiplied my money by over 7 times what it was. So I went from 13 plat to almost 100. But I think I'm actually going to quit now, which is Physical Needs Call. So that's the second episode.